Let us know when you get your chair adjusted, Gary.
It's the camera that keeps moving, not my chair.
Welcome to Rotary. Better take the hat off.
Hello, good to see you. Welcome to Rotary.
We're having San Diego weather.
Except for the smoke.
Yeah, that doesn't go south.
I like San Diego.
My brother lives there.
Does it live near the USMC boot camp?
Hi, Barb.
Hi, I'm still in Florida and we're running errands, so I'm not going to be able to stay the whole time.
Well, it's so good that you joined us from Florida.
And I'm coming back tonight.
Oh, wow.
I'm not.
Name dropper.
I'm jealous, Barb.
And it's a little breezy up here,
Oh.
or down here, yeah.
Gonna say down there.
Right. Well, guys, looks like we're getting a pretty full house here, so we'll get ready to ring the bell pretty soon.
48, that's almost a record, isn't it?
Must be 49.
Oh,
49.
close.
That's incredible, guys. All right,
Up, 49.
here we go. Are we ready to go live?
Yep, we are live and recording. All you, Tanya.
Perfect. Good afternoon and welcome to the Rotary Club of O'Fallon. Ned Drillette is on his way up to the podium, or he's gonna come in and lead us in the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ned, you're still muted. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, you are good to go.
Okay, great. The Ten Commandments were found in the Old Testament, and the first three commandments deal with God, and the fourth deals with honoring Sunday as a holy day. The fifth deals with honoring your father and mother. However, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 deal with today and how we deal with one another. One is 6 is you shouldn't murder. How nice. 7, you should not commit adultery. 8, you should not steal. And 9 in particular, in today's environment and what happened with the Kavanaugh hearing, it says you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. And then 10 is you shall not covet your neighbor's house, his wife, his servants, and his possessions. I just think as Rotarians how much better we can be by following these commandments and how much better the world would be if we were to follow the commandments as a human species. Thank you. If you'll please stand, we'll do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Rotary four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And number 5, are we having fun? Thank you all.
Fun, fun, fun.
Thank you, Ned.
You're very welcome.
All right. Do we have any guests or visiting Rotarians? Rich Lunan, I believe you have one.
I do have a guest. I'm very proud today and honored to introduce you to Larry Strube. Many of you will know Larry. You worked with him, both he and his wife, at the food pantry starting this spring. But I've known Larry for about 30 years. He's a retired Air Force colonel. Most of his career was spent in mobility command, in the mobility business. After he retired, he became a government contractor. Then he worked for Boeing Defense on the KC-46 tanker, Woody. His final job was running the Boeing field office in Fairview Heights, working the AMC Transcom issues for Boeing. Larry is no stranger to service and community service in particular. He currently serves on the executive board for the Greater St. Louis Area Council Boy Scouts of America. He is the treasurer of the O'Fallon Community Food Pantry. And again, I know many of you met him as we assisted this spring and early summer at the food pantry. And he is currently the president of the Scott Field Heritage Air Park Committee. I have known Larry for several years, even in our church, and he's deeply involved with many things going on at the church. But Larry's the kind of guy that gives back and continues to give. And I'm hopeful that we can convince him that one of the best places to give back to the community is here in our club, and we can convince him that that's the place for him to be. So Larry, welcome today. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate the introduction.
I'd also like to welcome our speaker, Gina Harding, and I'll be telling you more about her later. Welcome, Gina.
Thank you, Mary.
Good to see you, Larry.
I've known Larry for nearly 37 years.
And then Shirley, did you have a guest? Shirley Frost.
I don't think he showed up. I haven't seen his picture. Matthew, are you here? Matthew is a former Rotarian. Some of you may remember him. And I invited him to come back, and I thought he would be joining us today, but I guess not at this point.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and welcome to our guests and visitors today. John Bailey, you want to give us what the scoop is on makeups?
Good afternoon, everybody. So we have a few makeups today. We'll start off with Jerry Albright. I had a makeup for the Vine Street Market setup. Woody Allman had a makeup for the Veteran Affairs Committee. James Campbell looks like had about 4 makeups for Habitat for Humanity. Daryl Cook, Vine Street Market makeup. Mary Alice, Veteran Affairs Committee. Gary Owen had 2 for the St. Clair County Sunset District Governor visit, and then 1 for the virtual trivia social. Casey Sharvin had a makeup for the Veteran Affairs Committee. Ed True had a makeup for the Vine Street Market, and David Vale had a makeup for the OTHS Interact Club meeting.
Fantastic. And there will probably be a lot of more makeups coming in from all the people who participated in our recent event with the trivia night. So please be sure to get those makeups in. If you have trouble logging them, please make sure that you send it over to John Bailey or myself, and we'll get it entered for you. We want to make sure that your time of service is reflected. All right, up next with Happy Bucks and the trivia question, Ken Davis. So we'll start off with Happy Bucks.
This is Gary Owen. If I want to take my turn first, I have 2 Happy Bucks. One is my daughter and grandson have been here from Phoenix for 6 weeks doing homeschool from our house rather than trying to do it at their place in Phoenix. And it's just been a delight having them here. Unfortunately, they're going to go back in about a week or 2 because their school is going to start in-house schooling again. My second Happy Buck is for the restoration of my driveway and front yard. It's been torn up for 9 months. Some sewer repairs that were done back in January. And it just took forever to get the contractor to come back and clean up the job. And he finally subbed it out, and the sub came in and cleaned up the yard and poured me a new driveway. And I even have a curb that I can drive up on my driveway without bouncing the shock absorbers out of my car. Anyway, that's worth more than a Happy Buck, but I've already given most of it to the contractor. So I need a little bit of help on how to pay this. I know there's a way to pay, but I don't know how to do it. So I'll stay on afterwards and you can explain it to me. Anyway, those are my Happy Bucks.
Hear, hear.
I've got a Happy Buck or two. My wife had an unexpected CAT scan done on Friday at 5 o'clock. And when we showed up at Barnes in St. Louis, they said, oh, well, you have to drink this and wait 90 minutes. So I'm driving back from St. Louis, Mary and I, at 7 o'clock. And my granddaughter got us all logged in and became the team captain. And I kept hearing everybody asking questions. Oh, I can't this and that. And I had a laugh because I just think it was a really neat thing. The fact that so many of us who are up in age and the fact that we got this all pulled off. And I just think it was a really neat thing to have everybody just working together and getting this technology figured out. But I really chuckle with my granddaughter who figured it all out and had us all signed in by the time we got to their house.
That's excellent. Hear, hear, Dave.
Hey, Tanya, this is Ken. And I have a couple of Happy Bucks. I just wanted to say I had a great time at trivia night with my daughter and my grandsons and some friends of mine, and even one guy from Washington, D.C. He played on the trivia night with the team. I also want to thank Woody. Woody was absolutely fantastic on our team, and I'm just so grateful for him being on our team. And it was a great night. Thank you, President. And it was so much fun. We're looking forward to the next one. And one other thing right quick, there are so many people in our Rotary who know so much about movies. It was absolutely incredible. So thanks everybody for great participation.
Oh, thank you. That was great to hear.
Hi,
All right, this is Barb Karstens. And I thought it was a lot of fun, though our team didn't fare so well. I guess I'm one of the Rotarians that doesn't know much about movies. But I have to give, I guess, 50 Happy Bucks because I won the 50-50. So, Tanya, I'm donating 50 bucks back.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you, Barb.
It was a fun evening. We totally enjoyed it. Thanks for coordinating it.
Oh, thank you.
And Tanya, this is Woody. I got 3 Happy Bucks. Ken Davis, thanks so much for letting me join your team. Love your family. It was a lot of fun. Thanks so much. Great bunch of folks. Tanya and Nathan for putting it all together. It was tremendous. I know it's a lot of work, and you guys were awesome. Thanks for doing that. And got a call Saturday morning from a young lady, her niece, Thrash, and she's a SWIC college student and wants to join our club. So I'll be sending her out some stuff today. I asked her if it was from trivia night, and she said no. She's always wanted to give back to the community, and she sees Rotary all around town, and said she thought it would be a good organization to join. So very excited about that. Thanks a lot.
That's great news, Woody. Excellent.
Hi, this
Walter?
is Walter. Yes, I have a happy buck today. Today is my 5th rebirth day. So those of you who don't know what that is, they call it a rebirth day when you have a stem cell transplant. So it's been 5 years since my stem cell transplant. Everything's still going well. I had a doctor's appointment a week or so ago, and all is good. So they said the 5.5-year mark is a significant milestone. So
Yes, it is.
I'm happy.
That is excellent news, Walter. Wow. We are so happy for you.
So maybe I'll give a $5 for my 5th rebirth day.
So Tanya, this is Jill. I have a happy buck. Never underestimate the power of the Rotary brand. I was wearing my Rotary face mask at Deerberg's this weekend, of which I do have some more for sale for $10 each, by the way. And the lady at the checkout, young lady at the checkout, said, "Oh, I love your mask." And she said, "That's Rotary. I was a youth exchange student," and started to tell how much that meant to her, and that, you know, she really didn't know that much about Rotary, but was interested. So connected with my card. Hopefully she'll reach out. As a young adult, we never forget how much people notice. So wear that Rotary brand, whether it's a hat, a shirt, a pin, or a mask. It helps get the word out.
Jill, do you remember her name?
I did not. The guy behind me was giving me the dirty look. So she's got my card, and I did not get her name. She is over 18. She did know about Rotaract. She said, "Do I have to join Rotaract?" I said, "Well, if you're an adult and you're over 18 and you just want to connect directly with the club, you can do that too." So anyhow, sorry, I didn't do the other side of it, which I should have, which is getting her name. But.
Jill, you know, to kind of piggyback on that, we actually, when we were out at the Rock Springs Rotary Park the other day doing the pinning with Woody and Jim Simpson, we actually had a young lady that was walking by, and she shared the same type experience. So you're exactly right. The Rotary Youth is such a wonderful group of kids that are now adults, and they certainly are excited about the things that Rotary does and the impact that we have in the community.
And this is Charlie Pitts. I've got $5 from all our team guys. We had a thoroughly enjoyable time. It was a great deal amount of fun. Are we going to find out a little bit later about how much we made on that?
Yes, Nathan will be updating us later in the meeting. So he's going to give us a rough estimate. And I think we're waiting on a few other final figures to come in, and then we'll have a formal report next week for the business meeting. Well, I have a happy buck I'd like to share. I would like to share a couple of happy bucks. One, I want to thank everyone who participated in the trivia night. It was wonderful to have so many people, not only Rotarians, but also people outside of the club. We had people logging in from as far away as Portland, Oregon, and Phoenix, Arizona. We also had people logging in from around the country and locally. We had a lot of people who were not Rotarians, and I thought everyone who was a member did a great job of representing our club and kind of getting the word out about Rotary. So thank you so much for your investment of time and money into our event.
Tanya, I have a quick happy buck to welcome Gina. Gina is fabulous. She works, she does amazing things at District 90, and she's going to talk about preschool. But also, we just found out this morning that District 90, thanks to Gina and her team, she wrote a grant for us for a digital equity grant that the state had. And we just found out this morning that, so it's good timing. We just found out this morning that we were awarded that grant. So Gina's hard work in our grant writing as well is pretty impressive. It was $239,000. So for District 90 for computers and connectivity for kids that don't have it. And so we are thrilled that I just saw on the grant list too that Shiloh got a grant, and so did the high school. So it's nice to see that the state is supporting our need for students to have digital equity. So thanks to Gina for making that happen for District 90. It was just perfect timing. So, and I also will put a check in Nathan's mailbox. Thanks to you guys for reminding me to do that for a donation towards the trivia night that we couldn't attend. So thanks for everybody for all you do.
Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. That's incredible news. Any other happy bucks?
Yeah, Tanya, I have a happy buck. Our last exchange student we had from Finland, Maria Mittinen, we always give a memento from our club to the student when they go home. Well, we weren't able to do that because she had to leave in such a hurry and because of COVID. So anyway, we sent it to her and in February, and she told me this last week that she finally received it. Of course, we've had several emails in between there, but what was really holding it up was customs inbound in Finland. But anyway, she finally was able to get it straightened out, and she loved it. Said to thank our Rotary Club for doing that to her, or for her.
That's wonderful news. And she's doing well?
Yes, she's going to school. They're actually going to school, not just virtually, she indicated. So she was happy about that.
Great news. All right. Hold on just a second. Any more happy bucks? Okay, if not, then Sheriff Ken, I understand you have a trivia question for us.
If we can pull up the trivia question.
Go ahead, it is launched.
All right. Thank you, thank you. The trivia question for today. How many Stanley Cups have the Chicago Blackhawks won? And all total, how many Stanley Cups have the Chicago Blackhawks won? Is it 1, 4, 5, or 6? Get your votes in.
We'll give it a few more seconds here. It looks like we got about 70% of the vote in.
What's significant about the Blackhawks, Ken?
They're not the Blues.
Well, we know how many Stanley Cups the Blues have won.
Well,
you had to challenge us.
Big challenge, the next challenge for the Blues to win another Stanley Cup. Come on.
All right, we'll go ahead and close the polling. It looks like we're split pretty even here. I will go ahead and share the results. Looks like the resounding answer was, or 43% of people thought it was 4, 35% thought it was 5, and then 16% thought it was 6, and then 5% thought it was 1.
Okay, before I announce the answer, Tanya, I will match all the winners who got it right.
Oh.
All right. The correct answer is Tanya, I better change that. I will go ahead and donate $50 because the answer is number 6.
Ooh.
It's 6.
And only 16% got that right.
Wow.
So that one kind of stumped everybody.
I always get the Cubs and the Blackhawks mixed up.
Jerry. Well, Ken, thank you so much, and
Great.
thanks for your generous donation.
You bet.
All right. Moving right along, wanted to share with you that our okay, yes, I got out of order here. So our speaker of the week is Gina Harding, and she's with the O'Fallon Childhood Development Foundation, and Mary Basket is going to introduce her.
Okay. Gina is the Director of Early Learning. She's been with the district for 18 years, and she's been the director for 14, so she's very well experienced, besides being a wonderful, just general all-around person. She is in charge. I was teasing her and saying that it seems like they keep giving her more jobs, and she's in charge of the at-risk program, the early childhood special ed program, and the tuition preschool. So she's going to talk to us about today about what's going on with the preschool program. Welcome, Gina.
Thank you, Mary. And thank you everyone for inviting me today to come and speak with you. I think some of you have heard me a couple other times when I've come and joined you at the Katie Caven Center. And thank you to Carrie Ruby for sharing with everyone our good news this morning about the Digital Equity Grant. We're very excited to have so much money come into the district for providing technology for our students. So that's kind of our exciting news for today. As Mary said, I'm here as the representative of O'Fallon District 90's early learning programs. Just to kind of recap for everyone that is not aware, we currently have early childhood special education classrooms, which serves students with disabilities between ages of 3 through 5. We also have a grant-funded Preschool for All program, and that serves, again, children ages 3 through 5, and that's our at-risk program. So that is a competitive grant that we have to write once every 3 to 5 years and compete against other districts and child care centers in the state of Illinois in order to get funding to provide preschool services for those students that are deemed at risk. That can be families that are lower income. It could be families that English is a second language, could be families that their child has a disability. Parents could be military and deployed. Parents could be incarcerated. So lots of at-risk factors for those students to qualify and then are able to come to school for 2.5 hours, Monday through Friday, for free. And then we also have in District 90 a tuition-based preschool program. So for those children ages 3 through 5 that do not qualify for our at-risk program or have special needs, we do provide a quality child care program so they can come and have access to a great foundational program for preschool so we can help prepare them for kindergarten. That is the one program that the Early Childhood Development Foundation helps support, and as well as the Rotary Club. So you have, as the Noon Rotary, provided scholarships and made donations that help pay for those scholarships. So students in our tuition-based program who are kind of on the bubble, those students that don't qualify for our at-risk program, but don't make enough money that they can just pay for the tuition program outright. That money that the Rotary has donated does provide scholarships so that the children can come a couple days a week for part-time, so they do have access to a high-quality program with District 90, and we can help prepare them for kindergarten. The other program that I wanted to share with you today is our Birth to 3 program. And that is a brand new program that is also a competitive grant that we wrote last year and were awarded for the next 3 to 5 years with the state of Illinois. Last year when they awarded this grant, we were one of 23 districts that were provided new funding across the entire state. So we're very, very excited because this is a program that O'Fallon District 90 has never had. However, it was definitely a program that is missing and definitely a need in the community. So this, we do have to recompete, like I said, every 3 to 5 years. And now that we've had it for 1 year, kind of under our belt, we know this is something we want to continue to be able to provide to our families. And had the state been in maybe a little bit different situation this year, we were hoping to actually apply for additional funding in order to increase our program because we have found such a need. So that's what I wanted to share with you a little bit about today. The Birth to 3 program supervisor was going to join me just to share a little bit. She had a family emergency, so she wasn't able to be here. But one of the reasons I wanted to share with you, and some of you may have already been in contact with some of my staff, is because the Birth to 3 program is very community partnership based. So we serve 55 families prenatal through age 3 in this prevention initiative Birth to 3 program. It's a home visiting program with 3 home visitors and 1 supervisor who works directly under me. And we go into the homes to walk alongside families. That's kind of the motto with the program that we use. We're not going in to tell parents what to do different. We're not telling them that they're doing something wrong. We're not telling them that they're doing stuff right. We're walking alongside with them to help them be the best parents they can be, help them be the best family they can be, because in turn, every impact we make in the family will have a greater impact on the families in the community. So with that program, like I said, we serve 55 families prenatal through age 3. So as soon as a family lets us know that they're expecting a child, we do go through a screening process to determine if they are eligible for the program. So while we would love to be able to serve everyone in the community in this program, because we know we are able to do a developmental screening to see where the child is developmentally, if they're having their developmental milestones, so walking, talking, kind of making cooing sounds, things like that. In addition to that, the screening process, we're looking at those at-risk factors. So this is something that really is a very confidential process because it really digs deep into the family. This isn't just about helping parents be better parents, it's helping them be better community members, like I said before. So we're asking questions about the parent's livelihood, their financial status, their educational background, mental health concerns, social emotional concerns, socioeconomic concerns. So things that we know in order for parents to be the best they can be, they have to have a warm home in a safe environment for their child. So we are working with families to provide all of that. So once we go through the screening process, we determine what kind of needs the families have. If they're eligible for our program, then we begin a developmental monitoring process. So the developmental monitoring is where we establish, based on prenatal or the age of the child, different activities that we're going to go into the home to do. So we're going into the home, we're making sure that we're always talking about literacy activities. We're always presenting different parenting activities that the parent can do with their child. So the home visitors are not going into the home and directly sitting and working with them. visitor is not there. And then we're looking at different activities that the parent continue to do when they are, when the home visitor is not there. So things they can do around the home with their child, such as read to your child, talk about nursery rhymes, things you can do outside, things you can do at the grocery store. Based on the information when we go through our screening, looking at the developmental monitoring, what kinds of activities and skills are appropriate for a child, the home visitors will make an individual family goal plan. This is something that we have the home visitors work with the parents, so the parents are deciding on their goals. They could be a child goal, or one of them is always a child goal, a goal for their child, something they want them to accomplish within 1 year. One is a parent goal. This is where the community family partnership really steps in, because a parent goal might be a parent, for example, has not graduated from high school, so maybe their parent goal is to get their GED. A parent goal may be that they're unable to provide groceries for their family every single day. So maybe one of their goals is to find a better job for their child, to obtain SNAP benefits so they can get government assistance. It might be simply showing them where the O'Fallon food pantry is. And I know I heard some people talking about the food pantry earlier. And right now with COVID, we haven't been there, but if you've gone to the food pantry to donate or volunteer your time, you may have seen our girls sitting outside at a table. That is the one place that we find a lot of at-risk families, is sitting outside at the food pantry, meeting them, talking to them, and we know that that's something that our families are really using the benefits for the food pantry. And then the third goal is always a family goal. So what is something as a family you need to continue to build and work on? It could be maybe having a family meal together. It could be making sure that your home is clean and cleanliness is something. It could be making sure there's a doctor for the family, things like that. Once we have our family goals, then the home visitors will work with the parents and the child on some case management services. So that's where we're looking at what activities are we doing in the home, what are the parents' goals for the child themselves and their family, and what kind of services can we help organize that will help the family find success in what they're looking for. So it may be the child's development seems a little bit behind. So we're going to contact the Birth to 3 Early Intervention Program and set up a referral process for them so that they can get early intervention special education services before a child turns 3. And then in turn, when they do turn 3, then that service transfers over to the school district. So then we have a smooth transition for those families to go right from our Birth to 3 program, work with me, work with our team for preschool, and then be able to transfer that child into a program without having a lot of delay. One of the other, like I said, big components is the family community partnership. So in addition to the food pantry, we've worked with churches, we've worked with consignment stores, resale shops, the Department of Public Health, any organization in our immediate surrounding community that we can touch base with families that will help them be better at what they do so that they can then devote their time to being better parents. We've worked with some consignment stores in Belleville that we've had families that have lost just about everything. Or when we go into the home, we can see that they don't have beds for all of their children. They don't have clothing for their children. They definitely don't have diapers and formula. So we're working with these organizations that can help supply diapers, that can help supply formula, that have worked with families that say, come on down, bring the family here to us, and we will help get them a bed. We will help get them clothing that they need. We will help find an organization that can help pay for their utility bills, things like that. And that's why I wanted to present this program today, because the family community partnership is so vital with this program that we could go into the homes and we can help these families be better at reading to their children, cleaning, vacuuming. We can help them understand what is expected, what is normal for their child, but we cannot go in and find diapers. We cannot go in and give them formula, but we can help them find access to these things so that they can do a better job. One of the other pieces of this program is data collection. We need to know if we're doing a good job. And I will say that we've been doing this program for 1 year. Going into it, we knew it was going to be a lot of work. We were a little unsure of kind of what we would find when we got into the homes. And the impact that we have made with these 55 families over 1 year has just been tremendous. To the point of, like I said at the very beginning, we were hoping to get additional funding because there's a lot more families in the O'Fallon community that could really benefit from this program. We've had families call us in tears, crying about the difference that we have made for them. They've been able to provide food. They've been able to provide to pay their utility bills. Families that have lost everything, and we've been able to put them in touch with different organizations to help build them back up. I think that was the moment last spring when we realized that this program made such a powerful impact, was when we had families calling us in tears to say thank you for making a difference. And I know that aligns with everything I know about the Rotary Club, about making a difference in the community. And we are very, very proud that we've been able to do that with this program, as well as our preschool programs. But knowing that we're being able to start families right on the right foot from the moment prenatally that they tell us, hey, I need help. And then right through when a child turns 3, and then from 3 we take it on, and I just call different people in my group and get them services all the way until they transition to kindergarten. So we're pretty excited about our programs. This Birth to 3 program, like I said, is brand new last year. We're hoping that we can continue this program for many years because, like I said, the impact has just been absolutely phenomenal. The support from the community so far has been more than we could have expected, and continue to be able to expand on what we do and hopefully serve more families, and always continue to learn. So my 3 home visitors and my supervisor are always doing professional development so they can learn about how to work with families with poverty, how to work with families with children with disabilities. What is the urgency of awareness? What do we need to do in order to prioritize these needs for families? So that's what I wanted to share with everyone today. We're really excited about these programs. We know this is an opportunity for members in the community and the Rotary Club, that if you are a part of an organization or part of a company that thinks like, hey, this is something I'd like to be partnered with, we do ask that you reach out to us and let us know. So we can help families. I think we're all on the same mission of helping families the best that we can, and are always looking to make a difference. So that's what I wanted to share about that. And like I said, my Birth to 3 lady was supposed to be here, kind of a last minute change on some things. So I didn't have a PowerPoint presentation because she was doing that and had a last minute family emergency. So I apologize for that you've had to watch me the whole time. But I do thank you for your time. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them now or today, or you can contact me at Marie Schaefer School. We're always looking to continue to build our Birth to 3 and our preschool programs. So thank you, everyone.
Gina, this is Rich Lunan, and we met about 1.5 years ago, and you helped me, and I want the club to know how much you helped me develop the program we had for our district grant. There was a lot of writing that had to do that, and you certainly, along with Cindy Doyle and Carrie Ruby and Mary Basket, were a tremendous help. And there's a lot of paperwork to fill out to make that happen, and you were the one that really got us started. And so I appreciate that very much, and organizing all the teachers to help us. We had over 30 Rotarians have a chance to get exposed into the classroom, and it was a wonderful experience for all of us. I think I'm speaking for all of us, and thank you for being so helpful.
Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that.
Tanya, you're muted.
Thanks, Grayson. Okay, Gina, thank you so much for presenting. If anyone else has questions, can you stick around for a few extra minutes?
I sure can.
Great. Any other questions or comments for Gina? And you'll have to unmute yourself like I did. All right. Well, Gina, thank you again for joining us. And we will, if anybody has any other questions, if you want to put them in chat or if you want to raise your hand, we'll circle back to you for your questions.
I just wanted to say that, as you can see, we're very lucky to have Gina in District 90. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Mary.
All right. Okay, so we will move on to our Rotarian of the Week announcement. This week, we are featuring Shirley Frost. Shirley lives in O'Fallon with her husband, Bob, and her hobbies include history and reading. She's been a member of our club since 2006, and she is the owner of Adventures in Cuisine. She's also a Paul Harris Fellow +8 and a member of the Paul Harris Society. So she's a major donor in our club. Shirley, are you available?
I am.
Hi, Shirley. Thanks
Hi.
for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
Did I get it right?
Yes.
Good, good. So Shirley, what made you join Rotary?
I was asked by Steve Schmidt, and I was shocked when he asked because I didn't know Rotary took women. And he said, oh yeah, we do now. And that was it. I came, I liked, I stayed.
I love that answer. All right. Well, as you know, we do an either or series of questions, and these are just rapid fire, very easy. And so they're just more or just an informal way of the club to get to know you a little better for some of our newer club members. So are you ready to go?
Sure am.
All right. So Shirley, for dessert, do you prefer cake or pie?
Pie.
All right. And we're just about finished with this shoe wear, but do you prefer sneakers or sandals?
Oh, definitely sneakers. Nobody wants to see my ugly feet in sandals.
Okay. Do you prefer online shopping or shopping in a store?
Oh, during COVID, shopping online, otherwise in a store.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Pen or pencil?
Pen.
Are you coffee or tea?
Both, but mainly coffee.
And do you prefer a TV show or a book to relax?
Oh, goodness gracious. Can I say both?
Yeah.
I love reading, but sometimes I just want to get lost in a TV show, so.
Nice, nice. And then for lunch, do you prefer soup or sandwich?
Half and half.
See, you and I could do lunch. That's my, I like a little bit of everything. Well, Shirley, who was your biggest mentor in your life? Who did you look up to the most?
Without a shadow of a doubt, my mother. She was a single, my mother and father got a divorce when I was less than a year old, and she raised me. And even though she was an executive in one of the largest trucking companies, she got paid by secretarial fee. What am I trying to say? And she just gave me good ethics. I adored my mother, and I still do. I wish she were here to still talk to.
Oh, that's really special. Shirley, for those in our club who don't know what Adventures in Cuisine is, can you give us just a quick synopsis of your company?
Sure. I guess it's basically I teach cooking, and obviously haven't been able to do it for the past 6 months. And I've done some with the Rotary members, and I was hoping to be able to do that yet again, and maybe we will someday. So basically it's teaching cooking from basics to gourmet.
Well, and you know, there's a lot of people now, especially my younger. So I've got a 20-something-year-old here at my house now, and she's fascinated with it. So maybe we can figure out some sort of a virtual situation so you could help some of our younger folks out with learning how to cook at home.
Sounds like fun.
Thank you, Shirley.
My pleasure.
All righty. Okay, so we will move on to announcements. All right. So don't forget that Grayson is always available for a digital one-on-one. So if you guys ever need any help, you can reach out to him by email. His email is in DACDB if you want to look in there for the best way to reach him. Next slide. All right, Nathan's going to give us a quick update about the Trivia Night fundraiser.
All right, hello everyone. So thanks to all the donations, tickets, sponsorships, we came out right now. The numbers aren't final, so I'm going to give you a roundabout number of what we're at, but we're looking between 10,500 and 12,000 from what I've tallied up. There could have been some more donations sent to the P.O. box. I know a lot of people were emailing me saying they had sent it to the P.O. box, so I'm going to have to work hand in hand with Kevin to make sure we kind of get the final numbers together for budgetary purposes. But that's what it's looking like. We've had some people donate back from their winnings on the of the evening of, so we want to thank them. And anybody that has donated, we want to thank you. But we do want to give one last push. If you, like Carrie said, she's going to drop a check in my mailbox. If anybody wants to send a check to the P.O. box, just let me know that that's going to be on the way. Or you can mail it to my address. You can go to DACDB and pull me up, and my address is on there, 1100 Hollander Court in O'Fallon. So right now, 10,500 to 12,000 due to the payouts. And if there's anything else that we get in, we'll add that to it. So we'll probably have a pretty close final number next week, but as things funnel in, we could have some lagging numbers. But great job. And Tanya, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have the budget in front of me, but 14,000 is kind of our number that we can skid by in 2020, 21. So if we're able to get some more people just to push in, we're kind of anything on top of that's icing on the cake, like the golf tournament and citrus. Am I correct in saying that?
That is correct. The number is 13,505. And yeah, so that is what we have budgeted so far. And we want to be able to replenish that for Dave Callahan's year. Obviously, his budget is going to be different than my budget. Potentially, if we bring back Rotary Youth Exchange. So just as we said, you know, the fundraising we do for this year is for Dave's year, because Rich did the fundraising his year for my year. So we want to make sure that we have enough in the coffers so that when Dave takes over, he can continue the work that we do in the community, both with service hours and with actual dollars.
Okay, thanks, Tanya. But we're right there on the verge of it. So just a few more $1,000 and then we can meet the bare minimum, but the bare minimum isn't what we want. If we need to do something, if we're able to do something in the spring, we've got an event booked at the Regency where we could have a small auction or just have fun there. We're not real sure if that's going to be possible. So there's a lot of things up in the air. So anything that you can donate right now would be much appreciated to get us to that threshold. And then whatever we're able to do on top of that, we could even do a virtual trivia night again. It seemed like a lot of people had fun with this. So if we can do something like that again, we've got most of the kinks worked out. I know Tanya put in hours. She was up at 4 a.m. the morning of and doing a ton of work. So thanks, Tanya, for all you did. If you guys can give her a giant pat on the back, she pulled the weight on this. I was just really here to chat a few times and help her out where needed. So Tanya did the majority of this. So thanks, Tanya, for all you did. And thanks to everybody for the donations.
Thank you, Nathan. Also, one quick thing, if anybody took signs, if you still have your sign, hold on to them. We might be able to reuse them if we have another event. So I'm happy to come by and pick up the signs and store them in my garage. You can send me an email or a call or whatever, and we'll run by this week and pick them up. All right, thanks, Nathan. Thank you to our Vine Street market volunteers this past weekend. Daryl Cook, Ed Truth, Stephen Medford, Phil Roberts, and Ryan Johnson. Again, reach out to Rich. Rich, how many more weeks of these opportunities do we have?
We have 4, Tanya. I have everything booked for the 26th. This coming Saturday, I've got people signed up for that. But we have 3 weeks in October, the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th. So if you would like to volunteer, 6:30 to 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning, the 3rd, 10th, or the 17th, let me know. Email me. I can book you. I'd like to have some folks who haven't done that yet. I'll give you priority. But we have lots of people who've done it before that are still willing to do it again. So if you haven't done it, come on out. It's a lot of fun. I know Tanya was there a week or 2 ago, and we're having some new people show up. Come join us. It's a lot of fun, and the vendors really appreciate it. It's a great way for us to give back to the community.
Thanks, Rich.
You're welcome.
All right. And then we're going to remind you that you can still sign up for the Rotary Summit. This is a great event, and so it's open to everyone. It's a virtual event, October 10th. Jill, did you have anything to add to that?
No, you don't want to miss it. This is a really exciting opportunity because usually the summit is for zoning district leadership, and with the virtual world, we've been able to open it up to everyone. If you register and can't attend the entire event, that's okay. You'll have access to the site for 30 days, but there's a virtual House of Friendship. It's just a great venue to go and not only hear from some inspiring presenters, to choose some breakout topics that may be of interest to you, and come back with some new ideas and new enthusiasm. So we hope you join us. If you need the registration link, I can actually put that in the chat right now.
Thank you, Jill. And finally, don't forget that you can still earn 500 Paul Harris points. You know, Shirley Frost mentioned reaching out to Rotarians who were no longer with the club. With our virtual and eventual hybrid model, because we will be continuing this virtual model in addition to in person. So that opens it up to a lot of people who maybe before they could not make Mondays at noon with a physical commitment, but they could come virtually. They can log in on their phones or log in from their desk. So, you know, think about the people that we're missing at our club and the people that we've lost over the years that really, you know, we enjoyed seeing, and they brought a lot to our club, but maybe they had some scheduling conflicts. Woody also, is Woody still on here?
Yes, I am, Tanya.
Woody also highlighted the fact on Friday night that our dues really are not that much. Woody, you want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, without the $7 per meal for 22 weeks of each half year, our dues are only $106 every 6 months. So I thought that was something to highlight because that's I think that'd be a game changer for some people that were worried about the amount of dues we ask. So
wonderful. And this membership contest goes through the end of the year, correct?
Yeah, Tanya, it's till 31 December, and like you said, so far our club, we don't have it. We've had people interested, but we haven't had any new members as since 1 July. So it goes from August, well, from now until the end of December, and like you said, anybody that whoever wins the most amount of new members before 31 December will get 500 Paul Harris Fellow points. And then the club, I think there's a monetary amount for the club. I think it's $500. But don't mark my words on that. For the club in the district that gets the most new members. Thank you.
Thanks, Woody.
Tanya,
Anything else?
Can someone put up the Venmo address once more, please?
Yes. Let's see. I will actually email it to everyone, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll email the Venmo address to everyone who needs it, along with the P.O. box information as well. So if someone wants to mail something or if they want a Venmo, they're welcome to do that. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else for the good of the club?
Tanya, this is Bob Kaufman. I just wanted to mention that the Children's Halloween Costume Contest publicity has started this week. I know Dale Rupright has placed the information on the costume contest on Facebook and our website. So I would encourage anyone that has little kids or neighbors. We're going to begin some additional publicity around town. So it should be a great event, as it's not as good as in person, but it's the best we can do under the circumstances. So talk up the Children's Halloween Costume Contest. It'll be going on pretty strong in October, and we'll let the winners know Halloween Day.
One of the, and just to be clear, it's all virtual now. So it's still a costume contest, but Bob has actually, Bob and Grant Litteken have developed a website that is secure so people can go and upload photos as their submission. And if you see the Facebook post on the Rotary website, please share it to your own page and let your own neighbors know and your own friends know, to encourage participation, because this is a new format, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Bob and them always do such a great job.
Thanks, Tanya. And the photos and the personal information that will be on that website is password protected, so the information or data is not available to the public right now. There's only one person that has access to the information that'll be entered into that survey.
Perfect. Thanks, Bob. Quick reminder, we do have our board meeting this Friday. It's going to be at noon, and we're going to do it via Zoom. So the board will be sitting in their reports this week. If anybody wants to join us for the meeting, if you could email me ahead of time, I will send you the Zoom link. You're welcome. All members are welcome to join us if you want to participate in the meeting or just sit in on a meeting. All right. And then we'll see you next week for the business meeting, guys.
Hey, Tanya, it's Woody. I just looked up the membership contest. First prize for the most new members in the district gets $500. Second prize is $300, and third prize is $200.
And that's awarded to the club.
To the club, that's right.
Perfect. All right. Anything else? All right. Well, I will declare this meeting closed. Go have a great Rotary week.
Hey, Grayson, are you still on?
Yes, I am. Sorry, Bob.
Yeah, hang on a bit. Maybe you can help me out with my communications here. Just hold on a bit.
Sure.
This is Gary Owen. I've stayed on just so I could ask anybody that can teach me what to do to pay my happy bucks. I'll be glad to save them till we meet in person and pay them then, or I can send some money in now. But I know there was a way, but I just don't know what it is.
We can add it onto your bill, or you can, we can add it onto your bill, or you can just mail a check into the club. Whatever works for you.
Okay. I'll worry about that and take care of it for sure. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Grayson, you still on?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my system here to work properly. My wife redid some things, and now I have my video, as you can see, but I don't have any audio either going to you or coming to me, either direction. Right now, I'm talking to you via my cell phone. So I don't know if I have an audio setting that is proper. Maybe you can go through something with me that might change things here. I don't know, but right now my computer does not